So she asked for a medium in her session. And when I said to her, you can pick and choose whoever you want, she complied, and she just straight out said, well, then I'm looking for grandparents that have crossed over, and I have many, so I'm open to any of the ones that come through, but it's grandparents that I'm looking for. And immediately I saw one grandmother and two grandfathers. So I asked her if that was correct, if that was the correct sexes and the numbers, and she said yes. So, but she told me, just do what you want with that. So her grandmother was the first one to come through. And her grandmother's name is Ada. And so her grandmother says to me, well, actually, I should say that I feel first this calm person. The energy is not, I don't feel wound up. I don't feel angry, Kelly. I feel like I can cope with anything. And she makes this really gorgeous statement to me right off the bat. She says, Karen, I'm calm. And I said, okay, I can feel that. And she says, I'm a strong woman. And I said, okay. And she goes, and you like math equations. She goes, so equals like this, which actually is greater than. So maybe I should do it like this. She says, equals, I tell the truth. And she says, that's my math equation. And I said to her, well, are you kind of, like, are you telling me that because I like that? Or is this going to be a validation for Aaliyah? And she says, no, it's a validation for Aaliyah, but I know you like this kind of stuff. She says, but I always would say to her, when Aaliyah would say to me, you're a strong woman, Grandma, she says, I would reply back to her, a strong woman is a woman who tells the truth, Aaliyah. And so as Aaliyah grew, this was a thing between them. And she would say, Grandma, why do you say that? Like, why don't you just accept the compliment that you're a strong woman? Why do you keep verifying it and correcting me that you're an honest woman? And she says, because an honest woman, that is how you get your strength. You have to go through the trials and what happens to you when you tell the truth to somebody and they shoot the messenger. They walk away, they talk behind your back, they gaslight you, they lie about you. All of the different things you do is where you build your strength. It isn't just in speaking the truth. It's what happens when the consequences come your way. And so she says, I want you to say all of this to her. And I said, okay. She goes, there's more, but I want you to begin with all of this because Aaliyah will be able to affirm all of this, but she needs to hear it again. This is not, it's an affirmation, but it's what she needs to hear. So I did. I said all of this to Aaliyah. And then her grandmother continues and says, okay, thank you for saying it, Karen. She says to me, Karen, it means something to Aaliyah because she's trying to model my behavior since I've died. She's looking at who I was as a person. She's trying to figure out the statements and the conversations when she's gardening and when she's just driving the car to work and picking up groceries and stuff. These are the things that are going on in her mind now because I'm not there. Mm-hmm. So she's now valuing our time even more, and she's trying to think, what was she trying to tell me? What was she trying to learn? And she says, and I want her to know that I know that she's doing that she's thinking about me and that she's trying to model me. She says, it's important for her to know I know. And it is. Mm-hmm. It really is.
Well, yeah, because you grow more in love with that person, the more you're trying to emulate them. And if they're not around to see it, and I'll say to give that inner child the pat on the back and say, good job.
Yeah.
Then you're always kind of wondering if they know.
Yes. And so she's going to find out today.